Hello, everybody. My name is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket, and we are back live. And we hope to be talking to another contestant from this season's The Voice. His name is John Holliday. He made it to Team Legend. He's already through to the knockout, so I'm very, very excited to be talking to him. He's been an outstanding performer so far, really sticking out. We're going to bring in John right now. So John should be with us right now. Hey, how's it going?
Great. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
You are forgiven. Actually, well, not to make you feel bad, but that's the first time I've been stood up on one of these live Instagram videos. So I actually got
Oh,
to learn
gosh.
a lot about like, oh, what do I do now?
I'm so
So,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
don't
I just
apologize. Are you
forgot.
kidding? I can't even imagine your life right now. And I've been telling a lot of these contestants like it's already been a crazy year, and then for y'all to like have this on top of it.
Oh
So
my goodness. I usually never miss anything. And I just was in the room, sitting in my room, just chilling.
it's all
I
good.
was like, oh my gosh. It was even on my calendar. So it was actually my fault.
Hey, it happens. I'm not mad, and I'm still so glad we get to talk to you. So how are you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. It's
Good.
been a great
Good.
season. Having a lot of fun getting to chat with y'all face to face. But
Oh, good. This is as face to face as you're gonna get,
yeah,
But
right
but
now
it,
it
but
is.
it's a lot of fun, and it feels it's a really beautiful moment, even in spite of COVID, being able to spend time with people like you who are so interested in what we're doing, and not just interested but invested. You
Yeah.
all have your own investment in the show and investment in all of my friends who are fellow contestants, and just it's just amazing being able to share some time with you. So I'm happy to be able to be here with you.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hmm.
So let's dive in. I want to go back to the very first, the blind auditions. Both John, not both, John and Gwen and Kelly turned for you, but John had blocked Kelly, so you had to choose between John and
Yes.
Gwen. So first of all, did you have a coach or a coach in mind? And then
Yeah.
what made you choose John?
I really did come to the show with an open heart and an open mind because I
Yeah.
wasn't sure about clearly what was going to happen. It is very real. And I was honestly so kind of shook, but in a good way when everybody did turn around. And my first instinct, like I've always told most people, is that I really was going to pick whoever turned around first.
Okay.
Um, and thankfully, it was John Legend. I mean, by the time I'd sung the third note, basically he turned, and I was stunned and flabbergasted because he's someone who I've always loved, who I've always revered. And I mean, when I was a graduate student, I would listen to his first album, well, what we know as his first album, back and forth between Indiana and Texas. So I was really, really, really happy that he did turn. I was sad for Kelly because I also thought, well, if she turns, I'll pick her too because she's from Texas,
Yep.
and we have Texas roots clearly. And I just thought, well, maybe I'll pick her too. But I'm so happy that he did turn around and then he blocked her, so he made my choice kind of easy for me. But I have been just having, as my teacher would say, a fantastic time, and I'm able to share this moment with everyone, all of my family, all of my friends, my students, in all of Rosenberg, Texas, which is where I'm from, and that greater area of Fort Bend County in Houston, Texas. So I'm having a blast, and the reception has been so incredible, and I'm just loving it and happy to be here with you.
I love it. You mentioned your students. I have a question about that kind of later, but one thing I want to ask is like, how has that been like working with them? Are y'all doing like Zoom classes still? Or are you back in
Oh,
person
I'm
classes?
teaching. Literally, I don't know if you can see that piano in the background here. Maybe, I don't know. Can you? No, you can't.
Almost
But I
there, a
mean, my
little bit.
piano's here. I'm teaching and teaching from home, and being able to do that. This is my little home studio, so I'm definitely teaching and being able to sit back and share this experience with my students. And I think one of my students is actually on here right now, David Womack.
Awesome.
He's watching, I think. But yeah, I definitely have been sharing with them this entire process, and that's one of my life goals, is to be able to inspire young people and just people in general, being able to share everything I have. Oprah always would say, what's the point in having good things if you can't share it with people?
Hmm.
And so I want to be able to share everything with them. And so we definitely are having experiences of remote teaching and learning because of the pandemic, just like we're doing this remote interview.
Right.
And it's something that I've always had for my students whenever I would be on the road, because I would sing quite a bit, and I do sing quite a bit. So whenever I'm gone, I'll teach on Zoom.
I think that's awesome. One of the questions I did want to ask kind of regarding that is, was there anything that you learned, obviously from John Legend or even your time with Miguel, that you have taken back to your students and that you will continue to take back to your class?
I think one of the things that John and Miguel were experiencing with me was an ideal of like, okay, that people are expecting this, let me try something different.
Hmm.
And the moment that I did that, John was able to say, wait a minute, like, why are you doing that thing when you
Yeah.
do this thing? Like, and he would tell me to soar. And I was like, you know what? It's something that and I kind of got upset with myself, but then I realized, I don't get mad with yourself. Just use it as an opportunity to continue to build upon the tools that you have.
Hmm.
And one of the
Yes.
things I'm always talking to my students about, and they can tell you here, I mean, it's just like I'm always telling them, be more unique, be more different. Don't sound like anybody else. Sound like you. The world wants to
Yeah.
hear you. We don't want to hear a carbon copy of someone. We want to hear you. And so that was a really beautiful thing for me to hear affirmed by industry giants and legends in their own right, legends. But
Yes.
being
Yes.
able to share that with them and say that, you know what, this is something that they are also saying. So it kind of affirmed me and my teaching skill set, which is teaching the whole student, not just teaching the fundamentals, but teaching the
Right.
entire student.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely, I've taken back a lot of what they gave me to my students.
I love it. I definitely noticed that you got a little choked up at the end of battles once you realized you're moving out to the knockouts. Can you tell me what was going through your mind then and what you were?
Oh my goodness. I mean, the reason why I got really choked up is because it is not lost on me that I am supremely blessed. And I never forget that. I never forget the places from whence I have come. I know my life. I know where I've come from. I know the little boy from Rosenberg, Texas, who could have never dreamed of being on the world's biggest stages, let alone in the homes of 8.3 million people or 9 million people or 10 million people. I would never have imagined that in my life, ever. I'm not kidding. So to have this wonderful platform, being able to share my life and my singing with people has always been a dream of mine. And so to see it and feel that, it is indescribable. It is indescribable. You could not imagine the amount of love that I can feel, even just from the audience at home. I can feel all that love coming back at me, and it is not lost on me. And I think of all the struggles that my mom went through, the struggles that that my family has gone through in order to see me come to this point. So I am so amazed at what can happen through prayer, hard work, determination, and perseverance. It is not lost on me. And I
Yeah.
mean, I tell you, in this climate that we're in, I'm just so thankful that I can share hope and
Yes.
love and joy with people. That's important to me. It's really important to me.
Oh, such a great answer. You're so awesome. I have one more thing and then I'll probably let you go. But I also want to say I've been enjoying your style choices
Oh,
for
come
all
on,
these
style.
videos. Yes. The checkered pants at the blinds, the
Yes.
suit last night was amazing. Was that your suit or was that something you
It
got through the
is my
show?
suit. It is my.
I had a feeling it was your suit. Yes.
Mhm.
That's
I
so cool.
love to dress up, Craig. My grandmother always used to tell me, if you don't feel good about something that's going on, if you put on, for women, she would always say, if you put on some makeup and you put on a nice dress and a blouse, you'll feel good. So she used to always tell me that growing up, if you don't feel good about the day or it's starting out bad, put on some nice clothes, put on a suit, put on some nice shoes, and it will make you feel better. And if you feel better, you will do better throughout the day. And so I kind of share that with my students. They don't know that that's the reason behind it, but I usually make my students dress up for their lessons because I feel like if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you will sing good.
Yeah.
And that's my mantra in life. I want to be able to share that with people. So I usually, in everything I do, I'm always dressed up. I generally, my hats and my glasses and my shoes are my things that I'm always going to have on some kind of suit or something. So that's me. My students do
That's,
dress up for their lessons. They're putting little hearts over here, I see. So
I know you're getting, yeah, getting a lot of waves, getting a lot of hearts. That's
hey
great.
guys, hey all you guys. I think I have like 4 or 5 students in here. Hey guys. Yeah, I feel really blessed to be able to be an example for my students, and that's been kind of the reception that I've gotten over the last 24. Well, I haven't been 24 hours yet, but you know, I've been getting messages left and right, and some of the most beautiful messages that I've been getting, Craig, have come from really young LGBTQIA plus youth who have said, you know, you have been such an example for me to live and be my most authentic self. And for me, that is already me winning. There's nothing greater than being able to be an example and to be an inspiration to the youth. Hi, Eli. I think Eli is a countertenor who's coming on. But it just has so much meaning to me to be able to do that. And thank you to you for sharing your platform with me and making me more visible to people who don't know who I am. I really appreciate all of that love that you've shown, not only to me, but to my fellow friends who are in the competition, in the show. And we are very, very thankful.
I love it. And, you know, you were talking about like making sure the song choice is you, but the people that do the best on the show are also ones that are just personally themselves. And I think you just keep being yourself.
Yes.
Obviously, America is loving it. I can tell.
I hope
talking
so.
face to face, you're the same person here as you're on the show, and that makes me happy. So keep it up. I think you're doing great in all aspects. So
all the time.
awesome job.
You're gonna get this all day, every day. This is me.
Good.
Sometimes I'm tough with my family. They'll tell you that, but
yeah.
but it's still the same. It's the same love that I have with them. I really want to encourage people and inspire people. There is no reason to be anything other than yourself. There's only one of you in all of time. So it's best to get about the business of being your best self. So that's what I try to preach to everybody.
Well, I can't think of a better way to wrap this up. John, I'm so excited to see what you do for the knockouts. I'm excited to see what you wear for the knockouts. And congratulations on making it this far. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you, Craig. You have a fantastic day, and thanks for inviting me.
You too. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right, everyone, that'll wrap it up for us now. Again, my name is Craig Ries. That was John Holiday. He is on Team Legend on this season's The Voice, doing a great job so far. I'm excited to see what he'll do with the rest of the show.